So as we kind of talk, we'd love to get feedback from you all. So if things come up that you either have a question about or want some clarification or have an opinion about, please, by all means, raise your hand or just speak out. Yes?
My question is for Sue Mach. I know that this play went into a staged reading last year, and I'm wondering, you know, if you had something that you would like to see come out of this play, because it's very provocative, what is it you want to see?
I want to see people start talking about the issues. I think that so in the media, if the mainstream media especially, the narrative is really controlled by the people who are trying to privatize public education. The demonization of teachers, the demonization of unions, everybody hears it over and over and over again. And my goal was to create a narrative that was from the teacher's perspective, the people who have to live with this stuff, and to humanize take the big broad issues and then put them in a human context. So if people see that and they start talking and become aware of what teachers are having to live through, then I've done my job. And I've told a good story.
That was my first question for her, actually, so thank you. I wonder, Gwen, if you could speak to some degree, the events that occurred in the play, and what are those things happening here in Oregon today?
I would have to say, watching the play, I felt like I was watching my life on stage. And I think that when some people would probably look at certain things and think they're kind of funny, to me it was just more of a recognition of the truth and how sad it is, that it is actually happening. This is going on. And the reason why I decided to run to be the president of the teachers union is because I just wanted to teach. And I felt like so much has been taken away from me to be able to do what I know that I needed to do on behalf of my kids. So I felt like it was the strongest way I had to make a difference and turn the tables. So there are many aspects of things that are currently happening right now here in Oregon, in Portland. Absolutely.
And how about you, Susan?
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a lot of the similarities. In fact, I was trying to write down things that just really resonated that I just keep hearing and seeing over and over. It's a little hard to write in the dark. But this focus on accountability and outcomes, I mean, that we hear just
Could you
constant.
speak up a little?
Oh, I'm sorry. The focus on accountability and outcomes, we hear that over and over again. Oregon has just switched to an outcomes-based budget that talks all about outcomes and, you know, the outcomes-based assessments, and we have something called achievement compacts, you know, focused on these outcomes. And we want to provide resources based on outcomes. And while we don't have the co-location with these, you know, hedge fund-backed charters, which is a huge problem on the East Coast, particularly New York, there are tremendous problems because of the NCLB waiver. Not that NCLB was great, definitely not, but the waiver is no better. And there's all sorts of interventions. The interventions call for the further privatization, really, of education. Companies coming in to tutor students at great cost, you know, $150 an hour, $190 an hour, and these go to private companies.
And it's taxpayer money.
It's taxpayer money, exactly. So, and the Gates was mentioned, and that's been an absolutely huge influence here in Oregon and throughout the nation.
NCLB, No Child Left Behind, just in case that kind of